Welcome to the CyberFed show. I'm Dan Manson. I teach computer information systems at Cal Poly Pomona. Each week, this broadcast will cover the world of cybersecurity competitions, similar to a sports show. We believe cybersecurity competitions are like a sport. In these shows, we drill down into competitions and provide stories, scores, and statistics. We believe those that participate in competitions are cyber athletes with the same training, passion, and coolness, plus a few additions. The opportunities for these athletes to go pro is much greater. And in our world today, we are falling behind our real competition. This week, we provide CyberFed coverage of the San Diego Mayor's Cup. The competition was held last Saturday at the UC San Diego Supercomputer Center. The top 10 teams from San Diego and Los Angeles made the finals out of 71 schools and 125 teams who began training for the competition last September. While Westview High School in San Diego won the Mayor's Cup, the competition experience provided exemplified, team-based, hands-on, real-world learning in cybersecurity for all teams.
San Diego Mayor's Cyber Cup actually started back in 2009 with NDIA, National Defense Industry Association. Mr. Duke Ayers from SAIC and Terry McCurney from NDIA is the STEM chair for that organization. And bottom line, they said, we have an idea. Let's create a competition so that the kids can learn how to defend computers.
What is your role today in the San Diego Mayor's Cup?
I am a RAD team member.
This is the fun team, isn't it? This is the team that gets to attack?
Absolutely, but at the same time, we cannot be too aggressive. Well, the whole point of the RAD team is to be aggressive, but we understand where we're playing we are not playing equal roles here.
But do you think they're getting an experience by having real people try to attack them that they would never get otherwise?
Absolutely. And I'm also excited to give this to make it all happen and have and give kids opportunity to experience that in a safe environment.
In fact, what we like to do is mirror a work environment with this competition. You're not going to go into an IT department and be a single focus individual. You must work as a team. You're going to have different areas of expertise than your coworkers, or in this case your teammates. So you have to have a team lead. You have to have people that understand different areas than you do. And so it's that team philosophy that is absolutely imperative to take forward as we go down these competition routes with the kids. That's reality. That's life.
It's amazing to me, the kids that are in these competitions, they put in more time, they have more passion than any class they ever take. I think competitions stretch them in ways we never do in the classroom. Is that something that you see, that those who make it to this level, those that really have the desire to be in these competitions, they go much further than those who just take classes?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's some parents at some of these events that'll even come up to you and thank you for having an event like this. It gets them out of their brooms. It gets them socializing. It teaches them different skills they won't have otherwise. So taking that little next step, now not just going to school, but getting involved in something like this helps them find a field that's really going to, one thing, make them money, but for another, it's going to help the society because we're learning how to defend our environments. But these, starting at the lowest level, getting involved, it's done nothing but embrace, these kids embracing this as just nothing but just opening their worlds up.
What is it that your students like about these cyber competitions?
I think what they like most is just the opportunity that they get of being able to compete in scenarios that they wouldn't be able to compete in otherwise. For nationals and the San Diego competition, they get to experience a live red team, which is something that they don't come across every day when they're at home or when they're at school studying.
Now, you took a two-person team to the Cyber Patriot National Finals in the middle school division, 2 7th grade girls. Today, you have both middle school and high school students. Is this something that they're used to doing together?
Of course, because they do study together, literally in the same classroom. They're so used to being around each other that they actually feed off of each other. So where the middle schools feel where they lack in terms of knowledge, the high schoolers are there to kind of help them and mentor them. And then it's also, believe it or not, the same way for the high schoolers. They sometimes learn more from the middle schoolers than they actually think they can.
My name is Hannah, and this is my team. And we're actually a combination of high schools and middle schoolers. And And this is our second year returning back, and it's been a great experience in returning and seeing how much this competition has developed and just changed. It's also been a great practice for us to actually get involved in the cyber security field. We had a great time. It was really fun. It was really amazing. We had a lot more teamwork, and I have to thank the organizers for organizing such a great competition. And we'd love to be back next year. And I'd like to thank all our sponsors and the organizers for actually inviting us back. So thank you.
Do you think that we'll ever get to the point where what these students do in cybersecurity competitions is recognizable just as much as someone who plays on a sports team?
I love that question, Dan. And history shows that there's a group out of Cyber Maryland that did something exactly like that. In fact, the football squad quit and they became the cyber jocks. And I absolutely love that. And yes, I believe that it is imperative that schools, high schools, middle schools, and the colleges give the same support to the cyber defender that we're trying to create and spur forward as they do to the football team or the basketball team or any other team sport, because it's probably even more important for our nation, our communities, our families, our businesses, that we have these kinds of young leaders coming up through the ranks.
Please go to our CyberFed YouTube channel to view all current and past episodes. I'm Dan Manson. See you next week.